Good
Good
day,
day, Koala
koala
Bears.
bears.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Koala Bears. The other day, we were talking about a response to a troll, and got me to think. I started thinking about, the cost of living in America and how it compares here to the Philippines. And I was thinking, well, Andrew, why did you retire here to the Philippines and didn't stay in America, and especially my home state of California? Well, I decided to do a little research. I said, you know what? I'll tell you my reasons why in a bit, but I decided since I've been here 6 years,
Yes.
I don't know what's really happening, what's
on?
going on in America or in my home state of California. So I decided to get on YouTube, did a few searches about, what is life now since I've been gone 6 years from America and a few more years from California. So I did some research, and lo and behold, I was shocked, babe. Apparently, I've seen so many of these videos that people are actually leaving California. People, the cost of living is so high, the taxes are high. Even businesses are up and leaving. They're just like leaving in droves. I was shocked. I couldn't believe so many videos. It was news organizations, people vlogging about it. It was just, they had statistics. They were showing so many hundreds of thousands of people who are leaving California because the cost of living is so high.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was very shocked. So I decided to talk about why I left California and decided not to retire there. I had an opportunity. So when I started dating Janice, I had a home in California. I owned a home in California. And once we started getting a little bit closer, we were exploring the idea of bringing her to America, or me moving to the Philippines. So at the time, I had the home in California, and I was thinking, well, maybe I could move her to maybe not Hawaii. Maybe since I have a home already in California, maybe we could move to California. Could find a job out there and move right into our house, the house that I have there. And so we decided not to, and I decided to move to the Philippines. And here's some of the reasons why. Back in the early 2000s, me at the time I had an ex-wife. We had spent a lot of money on the home that we owned in California to renovate it. So we spent all this money in hopes of renovating the house and to reselling it and to getting a kind of a profit from it. So we renovated this house and we put all this money into it. And then what happened? 2008, the housing bubble, it bursted. We couldn't sell the house. All the appliances we ended up putting into it ended up getting stolen. And so we lost all this money. And I'm like, man, what am I going to do now? Now I'm stuck with this house. And so I just decided to keep it and rent it. So we just rented the house. And through the years, we just kept the house. And then, so I've had this house the whole time. And then when Janice and I started dating, I was considering, just sell the house. And I decided not to keep the house anymore, for reasons being, I had a close family member of mine. My grandmother had passed away, and I went back home to take a look at the house again and see what it was like still. I had somebody renting the house, and when I looked at the area, I couldn't believe it. I mean, they were like drug addicts walking around. And just so you know, the home that I had was the home I was raised in. It was a inherited house. So, but it was never like that growing up. And the neighborhood was really nice. You can go anywhere, feel free with your kids to walk around and play. But when I went there, it was like Gotham City, man. Let me tell you, man, there were crackheads and drug addicts running around. And as soon in the daytime, I'd walk around. There's just like some really bad people. And I said, man, I'm not, I decided I'm not keeping this house. I'm selling this house. And I sold the home. And I decided, you know what? I'm moving to the Philippines because of the crime and the drugs. And I said, man, this is a bad place. This is bad. This neighborhood is bad. And I don't know if a lot of you guys come from that kind of neighborhood. I don't know. I mean, some people have better jobs. They can afford to live in these really nice subdivisions, but sometimes you live in the nice subdivisions, and as soon as you drive out of a subdivision, you're in the ghetto, man. And so California, I know a lot of ghettos. And so I said, you know what? I'm not bringing Janice to this kind of environment. No way. We are going to make our home in the Philippines. And so I decided to stay because of the drugs, the crime. And so what I was thinking, I was just asking Janice right now is the cost of living, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, why wouldn't you want to live in California? Why wouldn't you want to live in America?
In America?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, well, number one, I already have Jana. I don't want to leave her behind.
Mm-hmm.
So that's number one reason. And number two reason is, why would I go there? I am not sure if I can get a job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am here in the Philippines already, and I am already settled with my job.
You're already working. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and also I'm thinking the cost of living.
Mm-hmm.
How much or how salary can I get?
Mm-hmm.
Compare here in the Philippines, of course, it's a big difference.
Right.
But the cost of living is so expensive there.
Right.
You get a lot of money for.
Yeah, you make a lot of money, but then you're spending a lot of money.
Yes, you're also spending. Well, here in the Philippines, you compare it's the same.
Right. So
yes,
you live in a developing country.
Mm-hmm.
Your cost of living is much lower. You live in the richest country in the world. You live in America, and the prices of everything are expensive. I watched video after video the other night of just people couldn't pay for their rents. I mean, we have all this debt in America. You have credit card debt here in the Philippines. Not too many Filipinos own a credit card, but it's big in America. You have credit card debt. You have your mortgages, your rents, your car payments, your insurances. You name it. There's so many things. Your cable bill, your phone bill. You have all these kind of bills and debts that you pay. Travel. Families they'll go into debt to pay for their vacation. So much of that in America, and you don't find too much of that here. If you don't work, most of it is a cash system here in the Philippines.
We have our version of debts here also.
Yeah, there is debt here in the Philippines. Don't get me wrong. There are people who get home loans. There are people who get car loans, and they have their mortgages here. But as far as the cost of living, it's so high in America. The debt is so high. So I decided, you know what? Live debt free. Don't bring Janice to America, and you're going to still have to keep working and grinding. And I made a pretty good living for myself when I was alone. And Janice's income would have still been pretty good together. But still, even then, it would be hard to just try to ink a living. So much money to pay in America. So we decided to just move here to the Philippines. And so with that said, I was just reminded, I was thinking of this story a friend of mine told me. He said, Andrew, I got a 30-year mortgage on my house. I'll probably be dead before I pay off that mortgage. Yeah. That is the truth, man. You in America, most likely you're probably going to be in debt to something for the rest of your life. If you're just a middle-class person. Now, if you're a professional and you have a good job, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're just a professional, well, then you don't have any worries, right? You have the money. But, also there's college debt, right? There's all this debt. I forgot about that. There's loans that people are still paying. Even if you're a professional, you have these loans you have to pay off. And that's big right now in America is the debt for college loans, right? So I decided to not move back to California, not to take Janice to America, and see why. See all that crime, see, all those the drug addicts out there. I say, no, we're safe here, the quality of life. And that was the number one reason above all the money. Yeah, that was the biggest factor. But the other reason was the quality of life. I feel free here. There are no guns, no drug addicts running around the street. It's just a beautiful country. It's a great place to live. I would say if there were jobs for Americans here, which there aren't, compared to the amount of money you can make in America, I would say come here to the Philippines, get a job here, but you can't, right? So I just love this country. It's just so much opportunity if you're a retiree to come move here. And so that was the reason why I decided to move here to the Philippines versus moving to California, which I could have. We had the home, we had a place to live. Wouldn't have been no worries. I could found work. You know, I had a job in Hawaii, but I could have not transferred my job, but I could have found a work in my field in California. So we decided to stay here, and I just thought I'd make that video. It's like, why did I decide to move from California instead of California to move here to the Philippines? And it's because the quality of life and the cost of living is too high. And I was shocked. I was very shocked to see the state of my home state of California, to see, the poverty, the drugs, man, when I went back there, this was probably like mid 2000. I was like 2015 maybe, maybe 2014 when I went back. Man, in my hometown, I could just see cops everywhere. They were driving two cars at a time. Before it would just be one car, one police car, and they look kind of armored now. It wasn't like the old police cars you would see. These cars look like military vehicles now. I mean, and they ran two at a time, and I was like, wow, crime must be really bad here in my hometown of Stockton. And Stockton already has a high crime rate. So I decided to just move here to the Philippines. It was just safer bet, quality of life, and my money can go a lot farther. Matter of fact, I was telling Janice, I said, you know what? I have no debt. I'm able to save way more money than I was able to save while I was working full time, making a lot of money.
And then I explained that to you, I remember. When we were dating, I explained that to you, that what good is it having that kind of salary, and then you were paying for all these bills.
Yeah.
Compared to if you move here in the Philippines.
I won't have all those debts and all those bills, right? So it worked out, and we are happy. Yeah, babe?
Yeah.
You can have a good life here in the Philippines. And if you're debt free, you don't have any bills, we don't have any worries. And so we just thought we'd share that with you. And I was just very shocked to see the life, how it is in California. I'm very sad because that's my home state. It's very sad to see the state of California, how it is right now, and how probably many parts of the country are the poor, hard to make a living because the cost is so high.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys. We're sorry it was kind of like I don't want to say it was a happy video, but we just wanted to share. I wanted to share with you what it was like for when I was trying to make my decision to move here to the Philippines, versus either moving to California and staying in the home I had there, or move here to the Philippines. And we hope that kind of helped you guys in making your decisions. If you want to move here, you want to retire, you're looking for another place to live. A lot of jobs now are online. So if you have one of those jobs that are online that don't require you to be in America, maybe you can move here to the Philippines and do your online. But I would do my research first before you do that, because once you move here, it's not as easy to go back to your jobs. So we appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you like our video. You subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell.
That's right. Appreciate you. Thank you. Bye-bye.